This particular ID was found on websites that do debt refinancing for student loans. Same thing over here. This is a list of people who are on websites that do community investments, for instance, more like localized parks, stuff like that. Now, this is one where people are looking for clinical recruiting. This is an interesting one because it was a much higher level, it was someone recruiting for a $200,000 job. These people were on websites that were looking to get hired for clinicals. So same idea, you got the Shade 256 and you're able to skip trace that. So all these Shade 256 is the very first thing we find on someone, and we then collect all this other information top down on them. There's multiple addresses, there's multiple cities. I personally only use the personal city, personal state, personal zip, and I stay away from all the others. You can filter if they have children, you can filter their gender, net worth, income. It's really unlimited. Now you have this description feature about what they do. In theory, you would be able to type in the description potentially to get an idea. So this is people looking for clinical recruits. So I'm going to just add health to the company description because, if you have health in your description and you're looking for a clinical job, well, there's a good chance this tied with this filter makes this more accurate. So we're providing you a big batch of data that it is your responsibility to filter this down. So we have, for instance, seniority level. We have staff, we have managers. Maybe because we're recruiting, I'll just say we're looking for a manager because we want to hire a director. So now out of this batch of data, there is 422 people in this category. So we have all the managers listed right here. And then if we wanted to go off, maybe we want to change that to staff because we're looking to hire a manager, we now have nearly 3,000. Every one of these databases, whether it's student debt, weight loss drugs, political interests, roofing in Texas, solar, pest control, unit, the MLB schedule, countless, goes all the way down. All these filters remain the same within all those databases. So this is what they were looking up. And then now, okay, do I want to try to remove people under the age of 18, or maybe want to put people in who are 45 to 54 because they can afford box seats? Whatever the logic is behind it, you have all that flexibility.
What about solar leads? Would that be also in there too as well?
There's plenty of solar. Solar is one of the big categories. This is solar intent that we just updated in March. So there's 736,000. And then we also have something separate. It costs more. It's listed as 1,000 credits for one. These are age solar leads. So these are actual form submissions that I've had them for about a year and a half. I've never listed them. They're listed now. I can tell you call centers that were used to using homeowner data for the whole time they've ever worked with me for 3 or 4 years. They get twice the pickup rate with these. It's available. We charge a little bit more. It's not unlimited for that. It's like 100,000 leads for $1,000. And that gets into the next thing, which is this whole thing's a white label. These are all the different intent data topics. So, there's even one for Capcom, for Sega. You name it, it is in here. It breaks it down and it's finding anything with the word toys in it. So there's multiple ways to search. There's the title, the category, and the subcategory, then the description. And this is tied into ChatGPT in the next couple of days. Anything you search, it's going to try to correct it if it doesn't find the category, to pull up the best categories that might fit what it is that you're doing.
So since you're going over the topics, I was going to ask if like tax incentives, employee benefits, are these also keywords that we can search for?
Yeah, let's go type in tax. Here we have research and development tax credit, tax layer as a company, tax implications for real estate. So you can get as specific as you want. In total, there's about 20 categories for tax benefit. So I'm going to try to put employee, household employee, taxation. Okay. But yeah, there's countless of ways that you can look. And just in accounting, there's 230 categories for accounting itself. So yeah, you have countless ways.
Could you do business health insurance?
Yeah, with that, there's a lot. Like you can do COBRA, for instance. Like if people are on COBRA, then you can do the PPE, or you have every way you can do it. And that's what's really cool. That actually find what you're looking for. So farmers insurance in the biggest category.
Say we want to go into a new vertical and look for intent. Is it the same? Is it the same cost whether we're doing B2B or B2C?
Correct. And so every brick is what we charge you for, and they go down in price as you buy more. It's elastic and how that works.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
What if we want to add to that brick? Like say if we like use a brick for 6 months, and then we want to see if there's more available or newer newer leads, fresher leads in that same brick. How does that automatically update within our back office, or just what we purchase is what we get until we buy more?
Correct. So everything you buy ends up here. You don't lose access, but what we just added were these folders. So now, okay, if there's multiple, let's say you now go back and you want the same one 6 months later, it's set up where now we can drop them in these folders for you. So now you'll be able to go from the one 6 months ago to the newest updated one that you just upgraded to. So every month you can, if you want to change the category every month at the $4.99, you can do that. And then you always can continue to access the previous ones. All these you never lose access to.
So once we pay the $4.99, we can, if we want to update it, we don't have to pay the $4.99 again. We can just update that same list.
No. So let's say month 1 you pay $4.99. Month 2 you can either update that list or you can replace it with another word.
Okay, so that is for one brick, and then next month you can move on to another brick.
Correct. So if you wanted to go from lavender to crypto in month 1, month 2, you could do that. So now their database this month would be of people looking up crypto wallets.
So
So
predefined bricks, right?